Nestled deep within the verdant landscapes of Sumatra, Indonesia, is a cryptid that has fueled the imagination of locals for centuries, the Orang-Pendek. Referred to as the short person in Indonesian, this elusive hominid is the subject of rich folklore passed down through generations. Tales of its existence range from encounters in the dense jungles to fleeting glimpses near remote villages, creating a mystique that resonates through the cultural fabric of the region. The Orang-Pendek is often described as a small, upright, ape-like creature, standing around 4 to 5 feet tall. Witnesses speak of its humanoid features, short stature, and a distinctive covering of dark fur. Despite numerous eyewitness accounts and local anecdotes, conclusive scientific evidence remains elusive. Beyond its status as a cryptid, the Orang-Pendek holds cultural significance for the indigenous communities of Sumatra. Revered as a guardian spirit of the forest, it embodies the delicate balance between humans and nature. The creature, shrouded in mystery, not only captivates the curious minds of cryptozoologists, but also plays a vital role in the ongoing dialogue about biodiversity, conservation, and the preservation of indigenous cultural heritage. Expeditions and investigations by cryptozoologists and researchers continue to probe the dense Sumatran jungles in hopes of capturing evidence that could confirm the existence of this mysterious hominid. Sightings of the Orang-Pendek have fueled the intrigue surrounding this mysterious creature, creating a tapestry of accounts that weave through the dense foliage of Sumatra. Local villagers and indigenous communities often recount encounters with the elusive hominid, describing brief but vivid glimpses into its existence. Witnesses consistently depict a creature standing on 2 legs, covered in reddish fur and possessing human-like features, evoking a sense of both familiarity and otherworldliness.
It was kind of crazy. It was early in the morning. We took off real early because we knew we had to go out quite a ways. We were flying down a stream valley, kind of like, and the stream made a U around this ridge line that came down and it kind of pushed the stream out of the way. And rather than follow the stream around, we just hopped up over this ridge line. And as we were climbing up to get over this ridge line, ahead of us we could see this scraggly old tree. It must have been one that had been defoliated. You know, it looked like it was dead. And we saw the thing wiggling at first, and then we saw what it was that was wiggling. It was this like ape-like creature, but it looked like a man. We thought at first it was a bad guy. We almost killed it.
Wilson believes he startled the creature, but it didn't move, and continued to shake the tree that it was in as Wilson moved the Huey in for a closer look.
His face was kind of round, you know. He didn't have what I would call a human skull. It was more flat on top and almost like a soccer ball kind of shape to the head, but short hair. There was no tail. I mean, its facial features looked very much like a man.
It walked straight across the valley in front of me, 30 meters away. So close and so clear. Didn't expect to see it. Certainly didn't expect to see it that clearly. And just walking between these 2 trees, vegetation to about hip level, this gorgeous, graceful, very strongly built primate, big ape, walking out of a legend and into broad daylight, lit up by the sun, and the disbelief of seeing this thing. And if I'd seen it concealed in undergrowth, I could have said, well, I saw something. But I didn't see something. I saw an Orang-Pendek walk across a valley just 30 meters away from me.
Terus ke sungai ini. Ya rumput ada yang setinggi ini, alang-alang namanya ya. Nah, dia itu megang-megang itu.
The first thing I thought was it was much bigger than I'd expected. I called my guide over and said, you know, what's this? And he immediately said, this is Orang-Pendek. As I made my way in, I saw a banana palm sway like this. So I just ducked down. And then, no more than 7 meters away, I saw the animal pass in front of me. So it was very close. I had a camera around my neck. I was very close to it, but I just kept quiet and watched it just briefly. And the huge arms, which were moving like a human when that walks, and down to the waist. But something that's very erect. It wasn't stooped over, it wasn't shuffling or stumbling like I've seen orangutans do when they're on the ground. This was something that was clearly at home, walking on 2 legs. With this, it was a clear pelt of what appeared to be quite short hair. And the colour of the animal I saw was like a yellowish, almost like dried grass.
Ya, kalau kita lihat.
Yeah, so what he's saying, it wasn't much taller than a metre. But again, he's talking about this big, big body. It was covered in greyish, yellowish hair. It was walking on 2 legs, not 4. When they saw it, it did this, put its arms up.
Langsung gini tangannya, gini.
Which is like a classic ape defence to make itself look much, much bigger. And I've heard this story many, many times from many, many people. And when it was walking there, again on 2 legs, but it was reaching for branches as it was travelling. Then he's saying that the gempole, the thumb, is actually far back, jauh di belakang. So he's saying it's far back on the heel. It's not like with a human or a bear, where the thumb is just part of the foot.
Given the frequency of these sightings, there's got to be something out there that is incredible. Will make a real tremendous discovery, a new ape for a new millennium.
One of the compelling aspects of the Orang-Pendek mystery lies in the footprints left behind in the soft forest floor, imprints that both tantalise and baffle researchers. These footprints, often discovered near remote villages or along hidden trails deep in the jungle, bear the resemblance of a small, bipedal creature, distinct from other known wildlife in the region. Cryptozoologists and researchers have carefully documented and analysed these prints, hoping to extract valuable information that might provide insights into the creature's anatomy, behaviour, and possible kinship with known species. As each print emerges like a cryptic signature in the jungle's tapestry, the allure of this elusive hominid deepens, leaving an indelible mark on the ongoing exploration of Sumatra's wilderness.
What's unique about this? Well, it's very different to, say, a human foot or an orang foot. Humans and orangutans, for example, have very long toes in contrast to the short toes of this creature. The big toe is divergent, that's away from the main body of the foot.
These pads are impressively stout, suggesting that maybe this is a different species altogether that has adaptations to walking on the ground.
The footprints are amazing, and the mixture of ape and human features blended together. It's retained some of the grasping abilities of the apes, but also got a sort of flat-footed version of the human foot. And this enables it to walk upright.
In the pursuit of tangible evidence, hair samples purportedly linked to the Orang-Pendek have emerged as cryptic threads weaving through the dense jungles of Sumatra. Collected from various locations where sightings and encounters have been reported, these hair samples are heralded as potential keys to unlocking the mystery of this elusive hominid. Cryptozoologists and researchers have subjected these samples to rigorous analysis, employing DNA testing and forensic techniques to discern their origin. While results have occasionally yielded inconclusive or ambiguous findings, some examinations hint at a divergence from known primate species, sparking intrigue within the scientific community.
Which were potentially from the Orang-Pendek. We looked at the hair structures, and what he did was compared the hair with all the known species that are indigenous to that particular area and some ones that aren't. He concluded it was from an unknown species.
In the labyrinth of Sumatra's cryptid lore, a fascinating connection emerges between the Orang-Pendek and the Homo Floresiensis, a diminutive hominin species discovered on the Indonesian island of Flores. Some theorists and researchers propose that the Orang-Pendek could be a surviving relic of a hominin lineage, potentially related to or branching from the Homo Floresiensis. The idea is speculative, as no direct evidence currently supports this hypothesis, but it sparks curiosity about the diversity of ancient hominins in the Southeast Asian archipelago. As explorations and scientific inquiries continue in the hope of unraveling the Orang-Pendek mystery, the connection to Homo Floresiensis introduces a thought-provoking dimension. One of the most widely discussed and debated incidents in the Orang-Pendek chronicles revolves around a peculiar video footage captured by motorbike riders on a plantation. In this intriguing sequence, a group of riders navigating through the lush Sumatran landscape stumbles upon a creature that bears a striking resemblance to the descriptions of the elusive Orang-Pendek. The footage, shrouded in both fascination and skepticism, shows a short-statured, upright figure darting across the plantation path before swiftly disappearing into the dense foliage. Despite the debates, the video remains a compelling piece of evidence, serving as a visual testament to the ongoing quest for the truth behind the Orang-Pendek mystery.
The possibility certainly exists and should be considered that Orang-Pendek and Homo floresiensis are one and the same. Homo floresiensis may lie at the root of the stories of the small people of the forest, the Orang-Pendek.
The pursuit of the Orang-Pendek is not without its share of skepticism, as critics and skeptics cast a discerning eye on the myriad claims, sightings, and evidence associated with this elusive hominid. Skepticism surrounding the Orang-Pendek primarily revolves around the lack of concrete scientific evidence, the potential for misidentifications, and the cultural context within which the creature is often encountered. While skepticism challenges the validity of Orang-Pendek claims, it also underscores the importance of rigorous scientific investigation and critical thinking in cryptozoological pursuits.
I know it's a bipedal primate. I know it walks like us. But what is it? Is it a relic hominid? Is it a type of orangutan, for example, that's evolved to walk like a man? I think it'd be one of the most significant discoveries since the moon landing. I can understand that people might be skeptical about this. You can be skeptical. I am not presenting hypotheses without tangible scientific evidence. It's important that we have critical analysis. What I think I've done with my research and the research of competent others before me is to push the story forward. I'm very hopeful that one day I'll be involved in some way about proving these things' existence. I just have to keep my fingers crossed and hope I'm lucky.
There's always going to be die-hard skeptics that they're not going to be convinced unless you dump a body on their desk.
The forests of Southeast Asia, particularly Sumatra, are so complex and diverse and still extensive that it's quite feasible that there's a species of ape that's eluded discovery.
In the verdant heart of Sumatra, the mystery of the Orang-Pendek endures as a cryptic tale woven into the fabric of folklore, eyewitness accounts, and scientific exploration. Despite decades of intrigue, the elusive hominid remains an enigma, teasing the imagination with tantalizing glimpses, unverified evidence, and cultural significance. In the shadows of Sumatra's wilderness, the Orang-Pendek stands as a symbol of both the unknown and the enduring human fascination with mysteries that defy easy explanation. As the quest persists, the allure of the Orang-Pendek remains, inviting both believers and skeptics to navigate the shadows and seek answers in the depths of Sumatra's captivating mysteries.
Thanks for watching, and remember to like, subscribe and hit the notification button. We'd also like to hear your views on Bigfoot, so share your comments and check out our channel page for loads more great content. If you'd like to help us to produce and curate more Bigfoot-related documentaries, you can go to the About section of the channel page for links to support our Patreon and PayPal.